Hey, new boot. What's up, my dude? How goes it, sir? There we go. And now we can finally get the cows some straw. Nope, I'm gonna have to use one of the other trailers. It's too big. That's alright. How's your day there, new boot? Hey, PS4 gamer, what's going on? Gonna take out some trees, I think, today on this this part of this little alley here. A little bit easier to see and not have to worry about getting stuff hung up. Hey, Sassy Farmer, I appreciate you popping in. Rest easy, man. I'm doing awesome there, new boot. Appreciate that, sir. Hope you and yours are very well. That's awesome, new boot. Thank you. Oh, Mr. T-Bone, what's going on, my dude? How is your evening going, sir? I think this collection wagon is just a little too big for this map. I think we'll go smaller. I'm doing alright there, Mr. T-Bone. PS4 gamer, I do. Usually I do. It depends on the night, but lately I've been doing 1 hour streams per game. There's some nights I'll just stick to one or the other and go a couple hours. This is one of my favorite maps on 17, so I tend to try to pay attention to both a little bit. I did some work on Marwell last night, so if I do 19 tonight, it'll definitely be Oakfield. Let's see what we got for totals on straw there. Oh, that's not too bad. Between the two fields, we get 118,000 liters. It's not bad. It's not a lot, but it's not bad. We'll clean this thing off. Because that's the last... those are the only two straw fields I had, for barley and, I think they were both wheat. I don't think I have any barley. Let's take a look at that again. Nope, I had barley and wheat, so. Got 13,000 liters off of that one little field there in 7. Get this cleaned up. I think I'm going to sell this back to the shop. It's just a little too big. Might even sell this back to the shop too. I had this for running that Weeva plow, but I might get rid of that. Thank you there, Mr. T-Bone. Always much appreciated, sir. Thank you. PS4 gamer, I enjoy both versions. I don't want to say equally. I enjoy 17 more because we have seasons on it still. Sure, once we get seasons on 19, that'll change. Treeland. Go around that. I think what I'm going to do is downsize quite a bit of the kit that I have. The seasons reenacts harvest and sowing times there, Mr. T-Bone. So with 17, if I hit L1 and the options button, this is your seasons menu. The green bars are your sowing windows. The yellow bars are your harvest windows. So I've gotten my wheat and barley harvested for the year. And as you can see, that there's green bars on one half and on the other half. I can now, if I wanted to, take fields 7 and I think it's 11, and plant canola and have winter canola. Or if I wait a day, I can plant winter wheat and winter barley and have more straw for next year when it comes in the spring. Have I heard of John Wick? I have heard of the movie. And this isn't the only thing you can do here there, Mr. T-Bone. This menu here shows you, it has all of your crops in the left-hand side there. And then it shows you the peak times to sell your crops. So for wheat, on day 3 in winter, I can make the most money on wheat and barley. Canola. Hey Dave, what's up? Best time to sell sunflowers is either the first day of spring or the last day, or the 6th day of winter. The soybeans are kind of weird. You have to kind of, there's a window there on day 3 of summer for soybeans and so forth, so on and so forth. Corn would be day 3 of summer. Taters would be day 3 and 4 of winter, which I do have potatoes that have to be harvested. I didn't get a chance to put sugar beets in. But this map doesn't support sugarcane, unfortunately, otherwise I'd be trying it. There's your window for wool. So day 5 of spring is your high point for wood, for your wool. Silage is straight across the board, which I guess you can sell silage bales on this map. I learned that from Virtual Farmer watching his version, his let's play of this map. Then it goes down through the rest of it. Grass is, you don't make money on grass with seasons, but you can sell straw bales, hay bales, and then here's your, this map doesn't support pigs either, but then it tells you, well, gives you a calendar as to when you want to, if you want to buy cows or sell cows and sheep. How you doing there, Nissan? And then this is your last season's settings. You can change your temperature scale, which it's Ireland, so it's Celsius. You don't have to leave these two on here, the seasons introductions and the keys. I leave them on because I still fight with keeping track of stuff. You can change the season length from 3 days all the way up to 24. I run 6 days on this map. Gives you enough time. If you want to run like 5 or 15x normal time, that's still enough time to do everything. And then you have your snow mode, snow tracks, and you can turn crop moisture on and off. The crop moisture is a real pain, especially with the geomod I'm running. It's a very damp geomod, so I've got rain coming. If I were to have that on, I would have to wait for the rainstorm to pass before I could actually harvest my crops. We're going to unload these, though. These guys have served their purpose. I'll repair this stuff first. Didn't do much, but whatever. That's the other thing about seasons is if you try to sell something, if it needs repaired, you won't be able to sell it until you repair it. So it gave us a little bit money in a little bit more money in the bank. I'm going to sell the plow that I do have outright because I have no use for it anymore, and we're going to go smaller. This map really is kind of a pain with certain equipment and whatnot. Where's the Weeba plow at? Weeba plow. I know I have one. Where the hell did it go? There it is. Don't need that no more. Give me 1 second here, folks. Forget to turn my notifications off. There, that way I don't have that. Yep, there's snowstorms. I have the calendar up there. It's kind of hard to see, but to bring that forecast calendar up, you hit L1, R1, and O if you're on PS4, and it disappears or it brings it up. So that tells me, if you look at it, I have rain coming the next 1, 2, 3, well, 2 days and then a cloudy day and then 2 more days of rain. So I have 2 good days for harvesting. My root crop that I have in the ground you can actually harvest during wet weather, where cereal crop you cannot. Which reminds me, I just sold that thing and I need to know how much horsepower this needs. 110 and 65. New boot, I cannot wait. I saw a video of a cycle on Realismus' YouTube page the other day. Wow. Well, listen, we're going to skip the night. I just finished harvesting my wheat and barley fields, got the straw collected. I actually have to go give straw to the cows, so we'll do that first. I'm checking to see what my potato harvester needs for horsepower. 110, and that needs 65. What do I have on here for that kind of horsepower? Let's go back here. Oh, good. The New Holland can do it all. So I do have crop destruction off on this map because it's ridiculously hard to get into the fields without destroying a substantial amount of your crops. So let's go get the one of the Massey Fergusons. We'll get a trailer hooked up and we'll go get some straw in the animal pens. I'm not gonna lie, listen, it's difficult to learn, but once you get it down, like I've still made mistakes, especially with this. If that red line is showing right in front of where the green bar starts, where it is right now, I technically do not have to wait till the first day of autumn to sow seed. If you're at that beginning, you'll be able to sow your crops. If you're in between the first half of the green bars and the second half, you'll lose your crop. It'll actually rot. Anytime there, Mr. T-Bone. Glad it could help. There it is. That's the one we want. The 3090. Get this hooked up to the short trailer here. Yes, Nissan, I have. I'll show you what I use actually. I don't use a plow because on this map the snow gets kind of out of hand. I do have it, but I don't use it. I might come up with something for this map to use it, but this is what I use to clear the snow from the yards and trails. Is that. I don't have it yet. I can afford it now. I have to get a New Holland bucket loader, because that's one of the projects coming up for winter, is transferring silage from the silage bunker and putting it in the forage and chip silo. Yep, the sweeper. The sweeper does an awesome job of clearing snow without... I mean, it's not... I know it's not realistic, it's just easier. Perfect. Mr. T-Bone. Actually, the last time I actually got anywhere with this map, the more I progressed through the years, and I made it to year 4, the deeper it seemed the snow got. Like the first year, I had snow, but it wasn't too bad, and then the second year, it noticeably got deeper and thicker, and it just progressed from there. So yeah, it does compile. Go close that. I'm gonna turn the barn lights on though. Add a little light on the subject here for the animals for once. Oh, they need to be cleaned up too. There we go. Keep that closed because I have the other end open so the sheep can get in and out. There we go. And I think there's one more light switch over here. Let's get this guy open up. Oh, that one was on. There we go. Take a look at our animal PDA. Now we gotta get them grass and power food too. Alright, so we'll make that our next, our current project. Get these guys fed. That's hard to guess there, Mr. T-Bone. They're working their butts off on it, that's for sure. Nah, I'm on PS4 in this, and I wish I was on PC. For only various reasons, not because of all the mods. Hello, John Brock. How are you? Good to hear, sir. Oh, gonna hit the silo. Get some grass for the animals. Mr. T-Bone, I would love to have a gaming PC. I just, with me being the only one in the family that works, it's just not in the, it's not in the fun, sir. My oldest has a laptop that has FS17 on it, but every time he tries to open it, it closes, and we can't figure out what's going on with it. But no worries there, PS4 gamer. If you get a chance to pop back in, it's much appreciated. I do appreciate you popping by and saying hello, though. We'll catch you on the flip side, sir. Hope all's well your way. Started cranking that too quick. Let's try that one more time. Almost. It's gonna go a little funky on me. There we go. Perfect. That takes care of the sheep and the cows for grass. Now I just gotta get some power food. And then we'll jump night. I will be working on Oakfield here in about 30 minutes there, Nissan. I might take the 8340 and put the Halm topper on it for the potatoes and start topping those and getting ready. There are certain things, Mr. T-Bone, that you can't ignore in the main menu for turning things on and off. So if you look at automatic engine start, it jumps it with seasons on, and then you cannot turn plant growth or plant withering on or off. The only thing you can modify is your periodic plowing and your fertilizer states. And you cannot turn automatic engine start on. Which I don't like automatic engine start anyway, so. Take care, JB. I'll catch you on the flip side, man. Thanks for popping in. Rest easy. I thought I was going to miss that overhang. There we go. Let's see what that did for that. It's not too bad. That'll get me another couple of days at least. I'll probably have to fill them back up in the morning, but whatever. Alright, let's go put this away. And if you neglect your animals there, Mr. T-Bone, you will lose them. Yes, Mr. T-Bone, we've tried multiple things. The problem that he made, or the first mistake he made, I should say, is when he bought the laptop, he never went through and did the updates that he should have done when he first started it. We have since gone through and done all the updates, but I don't know if he's managed to get the game to open up. The last I knew, and I've tried, you click on the game on Steam, and it'll open it up, and then it just closes it right back out and goes to the main screen on the computer. Which sucks because I bought him the whole pack for his birthday along with the laptop. And the laptop's got Windows 10, and there's no reason why it shouldn't run it. I mean, he even had when he bought the game and downloaded it, I guess Steam can match the game with the settings, or alter the settings on the laptop for the game so it'll run, and it didn't. So I don't know what's going on with it. Hey Dakota Brown, what's going on, sir? Haven't seen you in a minute. Welcome. No, not that I'm aware of, Mr. T-Bone. Well, I'm glad you're doing good there, Dakota. Life does have its way of getting in the way of things. I hear you. We'll skip the dawn. Been better there, Dakota. About a month ago, we were accused of neglecting our children by the school, no less, that one of them attends. They accused us of neglecting one of our 3 boys' hygiene. So, yeah, I don't know how that works, but they reported us to Department of Children and Families, and we've been dealing with that crap on top of, you know, normal daily life crap. So it is what it is. We'll get through it. Let's see here. I think I can bring in the sunflowers. Let's bring the map back up here. Yeah, it's ridiculous. We had a PPT meeting for our oldest son here Wednesday morning. It is what it is, Dave. We'll get through it. We have plenty of people on our side that know we do not neglect our kids. Oh, no, sunflowers are not ready yet. Oh, that sucks. Okay, so we're going to have to wait on those. I'll kind of pull that back in there and shut it down. Um, it's just a bunch of crap. They thought, for whatever reason, some kid in our 15-year-old's freshman class decided it'd be funny to pull a prank and make fun of him for smelling after gym class, and managed to not only get away with it, but got an entire class to follow suit. I have deodorant sticks all over this house because we have 3 boys living in it. They have deodorant in their room. I'm staring at a bookshelf in my living room that has deodorant sitting on it. And we have deodorant in the bathroom. So, and even the social worker stated the first time that she came out here, she didn't know why we were reported. So, and because they have to, you know, make sure we're actually being parents and doing our job, we're still dealing with it, you know, 4 or 5 weeks later. Oh yeah, I mean, they're treating us like, I don't know if anybody saw it on the news, but the parents in Pennsylvania here this last week, they have 911 recordings of the parents screaming and threatening to throw their child out of their window. I've yelled at my kids for doing stuff wrong, but I've never threatened to harm them physically. It's never once crossed my mind. Nor will it ever, for that matter. But that we're getting treated like, you know, we're those type of people. Hey Ryan, what's going on? Oh, that's all you can do, PS4 gamer. You know, bend over backwards to make them happy, and it all in the end gets resolved and goes away. How are you today, sir? Ryan? Private Ryan? I'm glad to hear that, Ryan. What is going on here? My potatoes are supposed to be able to be harvested days ago. What's going on here? Oy vey. Everything's ready to harvest. I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, alright, well, we'll leave that there and let that be ready to go. We'll wait another day, I guess. Where's my other harvester here? It is, Ryan. Thank you very much, sir. Much appreciated. Well, I guess we'll just get the equipment all set up and move the boot. And I'll cultivate and fertilize fields 7 and 11 for now. Oh, Dave, I'm sorry to hear that, man. That's horrible. There was, it's all good there, PS4 gamer. I work and work, and this is literally just a hobby. I've considered becoming monetized because I could use the extra income, but I have to figure out. I have to go through all the steps of doing so. Find out if I'm worthy of YouTube. Come on. Anywho, yeah, it's been a bit, but there were quite a few years ago here down in Georgia. No, that is awesome, Dave. That's awesome to hear. A couple down in Georgia had the father had left for work and, in quotation marks, forgotten that his 8-month-old, 9-month-old child was in the car and went to work. And everybody, I'm sorry, in the 17 years I've had kids, my wife and I have not once ever forgotten our kids in the car for any reason, no matter how busy we were. And, you know, this couple got all this outpouring of support and this and that, and woe is me. And then the cops, while going through all their, you know, electronic equipment, found a search on Google on their computer on how to, you know, murder their child by doing so, doing exactly what they did. And it's sickening that anybody would consider doing that to a child. If you didn't want the kid, you shouldn't have had the kid. They've actually passed laws here in the United States that if somebody comes across a child in a car, locked in a car with the windows up, you are not responsible for any damage from breaking the windows and removing the child from the vehicle. Oh, come on, almost made it that time. Hey, don't get me wrong, kids will be kids. My boys, our two older boys, they've gone at each other and we've had to break them up. We're not the type of parents that are going to sit there and just, you know, okay, we'll beat the crap out of that one. No, it doesn't get that far. It gets stopped because, one, there's no reason for it, and yeah, we know they're boys. They're gonna scrap once in a while. The two older two are the worst. Gravel. Come on, let me in. Okay, this is not going to end well. And it's a classic case of boys will be boys. You know, they try to claim on the news that, or, you know, politicians, you can't use that excuse anymore. Well, that excuse has been around for hundreds of years. And it's not an excuse. Kids will be kids, boys will be boys. And girls will be girls. Our oldest son, he's in a tech school. He was sitting at his workbench the other day, and each student has their own workstation. You know, they're responsible for keeping it clean, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Another student that he's been having issues with, that we just found out about because of what happened the other day, walked right up next to him, took his wallet out of his back pocket, and slapped our oldest son upside the head with it. And the kid got pissed off at him because not only did it happen right in the middle of the classroom, uh, but all the other students witnessed it. And the kid was sent to the office and was waiting for that to get done and over with. And about an hour or so later, our oldest was telling us he went to lunch, and the kid was sitting in the cafeteria at that point. Yelled at him from across the cafeteria. He's like, "Oh, thanks a lot, you got me in trouble." It's like, no, you did something stupid. You did something you knew you're not supposed to. Because that's not on me, that's on you. Because, and our oldest even went one step further. He goes, "You're just pissed because you got caught." Finally. Oh, that was horrifying. Dang, Dave. My mother has 14 grandkids. Out of the 14 grandkids, she has 2 granddaughters. My older sister has 3 boys. My wife and I have 3 boys. My younger sister has 5 boys. And my brother and his wife have 2 daughters and a boy. And my older sister and my wife, when after they had 3 boys each, they're like, "Yeah, no, we're not having any more. We're done." Oh, this header trailer's a pain. I'm gonna get rid of this thing. I hate this trailer. This trailer's horrible. It's too long in the snout. Ugh, rabble. I'm just gonna leave that there for now. Oh, let's see if I can harvest any soybeans. I can't harvest my corn yet, so let's gotta wait. Oh, no doubt, Dave. Ryan, I hate that header trailer. It's being mean to me. Okay, so we can't do anything. Dang. I guess we're waiting on that stuff. What can I do? I guess I can start moving silage. Oh, I gotta wait one more day. Crap, I thought it was already ready to go. Alright, so let's go prep field 7 and 11. Get this put away. Oh, that sucks, Nissan. Let me turn on my help window here real quick. Open up the silage clamp and see what I've got here. Is it ready to open? It is. So, L3. That's a lot of silage in there. Meh. You know, rules are rules, I guess, in this one. Sucks. Sorry to hear that. PS4 gamer, you can attempt. I can't promise I'll get the message or the invite. If you send the message or if you send the invite and it goes through, make sure you send a message with it. I'll be honest, I don't do a lot of multiplayer stuff, only because of my schedule and the issues I've been having with my PlayStation as of late. Make it a little bit difficult to maintain a let's play with anybody or a multiplayer with anybody. I need to upgrade my hard drive because I think mine's on the way out. Oh, let's check the fields here. So I don't need plowing, you just need fertilize, so let's fertilize. Yeah, no doubt there, Mr. T-Bone. I haven't heard from Mr. B in a minute. Ah, there it is. Oh, well, his work is seasonal, so I mean, if he's back to work, that might be why we're missing him. Hello, William. I'm doing very well. How are you, sir? As best as can be. Reload the fertilizer and go hit up field 7. That one done. Oh, missed my turn again. Be nice if they actually showed that coming out of the spout. But what are you gonna do? Nope. My bad. Oh, we're going crazy here with the running around. Take care there, Mr. T-Bone. Thanks for popping in. We'll catch you on the flip side, dude. Rest easy. Hey, you're getting up there in this one. I don't remember when I subscribed to you, but I know you were a lot lower than that when I did. Congratulations, sir. That's like Howard bought 5,000. Nobody thought he was a real person, so people just subbed to him. Alrighty, those are ready to be cultivated under. Oh, thank you there, PS4 Gamer. Appreciate that. Subs and likes don't, like I said, they don't matter to me at the moment. They do matter to me, but not as important as the watch time does. The watch time is what counts in YouTube's eyes. The analytics. It doesn't matter to me if it's a thumbs up or a thumbs down. If it's a thumbs down, that meant they had to watch it. And that counts as a watch. I appreciate that, William. Yes, sir, New Boot. You got it. New Boot's still working. You working on a video there, sir? That's what I like to see. Sub for sub. Majority of the people in here are YouTubers and streamers, so make sure you all go check them out. Make sure you hit up New Boot, Ryan, William, Mr. T-Bone, Mr. Richard Dower. Good morning, sir. Mr. Richard Dower's been doing a lot of live streams here lately. Thank you there, Ryan. Much appreciated. It's the best thing about this. We all support each other, and then our followers go check out the other people. That's what makes this community what it is. I bet. After a firmware update, you're speaking gibberish there to me there, Richard. But it doesn't sound good. Ah, okay, gotcha. I don't have to worry about my router rebooting till next Monday or Tuesday, hopefully. You got some good videos out there, Ryan. Your stream there of FS15, man, that was cool. Yeah, William, I know. My ISP does the same freaking thing to me every week or every other week. Big marketing campaign. That sucks. Listen, how does is Mixer improved their stream quality lately? Because my oldest tried doing that once, and the stream quality was, for lack of a better word, shit. you could hear the car running, but you had a frozen screen. I got spoiled by 17 there, Ryan. I haven't played 15 since I lost my hard drive. I think the last time when I had my internet turned back on here like a week ago, the upload speed for the first time since having the PS4 hooked to a landline, the download speed was 125.6 Mbps, and the upload was, I don't know, like 5. I'll have to look you up there, Nissan Patrol. I have the Mixer app for looking people up and watching people. Cows, what is it up? Yes, it is Ballincraig Estates. Yeah, the upload I know is always a lot lower. How was work, my dude? I know you're probably just about getting home, or you've been home for a minute. You need a capture card there, Nissan, unfortunately. You can't, if you have a mobile device, like your smartphone, you can set it up to do that, but it's a pain. I actually looked up a how-to video on that on YouTube tonight. Yeah, up to the internet. My ISP there, Richard. They claim up to 150 Mbps for gaming consoles. I haven't been camping in, I tell you, the last time I went camping, my wife found out she was pregnant with our oldest. I get those when I'm running it off the Wi-Fi, Ryan. My PS4 Slim that's in the bedroom, the 1 terabyte, can get around, it varies between 30 and 70 on a good day. That's all yours costs there, Richard. I'm gonna frickin' move to Ireland. Our internet and cables right around $95, $98 USD a month. Yeah, I know there, Richard. Gotta have that 1080p. Oh, you're savage. I think I'm gonna just do this one field prep, and I'm gonna hop on over to FS19 for a little bit. I want to jump on Oakfield tonight. So keep going here till we're done getting this all cultivated and cleaned up. Not yet, Richard, but I think I know the one you're talking about. I believe Dagger1 used it on this map once upon a time. Oh, I bet you I know who that is, William. And I'll be respectful enough not to slander his name like he's done to us and certain other people. Usually, I will say this, the shit talkers are usually the ones that are in the wrong and did something wrong or said something wrong. And in this case, this certain person called someone the N-word, and I have no tolerance for that word from anybody I deal with in life. And I'll leave it at that. I don't care if it's the full version or the sling version. If you're okay with using it, I don't want to be around you. I don't want to know who you are. And that person decided to go and run his mouth on his channel, and it got him in trouble. So, you know what? Not anymore. He was a coattail rider, as one of the other guys put it. But I don't tolerate racial remarks. Period. This is not the day and age for it. There never was a day and age for it. I refuse to deal with anybody who's okay with using that language. Oh, we had a couple of KWs in the shop tonight getting fixed. The driver's beating the crap out of them again. And the worst part of what I was just mentioning, he's run his mouth to people that I classified as friends, considered friends, whatever, however you want to look at it. And those people decided to listen to him, and I won't sink to that level. I have enough crap going on in my life. If he wants to run his mouth and call me the left and right butt cheek to cows, and I quote that comment, then he can do it as much as he wants to. Oh, New Boot, you have no freaking clue, dude. Cows. He used a lot of good people to build their channel up there, William, sadly. And when he couldn't admit he was in the wrong, he turned tail like they usually do. That's right, Dave. ELE, baby. Yeah, like I said, it is what it is. Hang out in Lunatic Calm's live streams, and y'all might find out who. Hello, Mama Aussie. Oh, not too much, ma'am. Or Daddy Aussie. My bad. I apologize, Mr. Aussie. Put my head down in shame. How are you there, Mr. Aussie? I hope your evening is going well. Oh, car coming. There we go. And then our awesome YouTuber there, Mr. and Mrs. Aussie, and make sure y'all check out SuperLegoGamer, who I hope is doing very well after her little incident with jumping off the stairs or up the stairs. Anywho, it looked like it hurt really, really bad. I would have been crying like a sissy. You gonna stick with it this time, Cows, or you're just gonna, you know, play on it a couple of times and rage quit? I apologize, Mr. Aussie. I see the M and the R, and for some reason I throw an S at the end. My bad. I feel really bad, I do. PS4 Gamer, I do not hand out mods. They are earned. Which means the more you show up and show support to the channel, the more there's a more likely possibility that can happen. I am a sissy there, Cows. I hate pain. I've walked on broken ankles. I drove myself to the hospital with a busted arm. It was my left hand. It wasn't my. It was a fractured wrist. I was about a 1/16 of an inch away from screws and pins, but it wasn't my dominant hand, and I very rarely actually drive with both hands on a wheel. So it was use the right hand to drive, and my left arm was laying on my chest the whole way there, and that was a 30-40 minute ride. Alright, William. We'll catch you on the flip side, sir. You rest easy. Have a good, well, it's morning there. So enjoy your day. Oh, I fell through my attic floor. And I caught my left arm between me and a joist hanger. 450 pounds, something's got to give. I highly doubt that'll happen, PS4 gamer, but I love your optimism. Did you blow out your ECL there, Cows? Yeah, well, that's typically what happens. Oh no, I wasn't hanging by the rafters. My left leg went through the attic floor and the rest of me stayed in the attic. I caught my left arm between a joist hanger and right underneath my left moob. I'm pretty sure I busted a couple of ribs along with it because it hurt to breathe for a good 4 or 5 weeks. When I was 12 years old, my parents for years burned wood for a heat source. My mother just recently converted to propane, and high quality propane attachments. My younger sister and I, who when we were kids used to fight like you wouldn't believe. I said something and she pushed me while we were bringing in wood in the middle of winter, and I hadn't realized that my left foot had gotten wedged between 2 pieces of wood that were frozen in the ground, and when she put I went straight over. I heard the bone snap as I went down. Not only did I hear it, I felt it. I managed to limp upstairs, and my mother made me walk on it for 3 more hours because she thought I was trying to get out of bringing wood in the house. Cows. By the time my father got home that night, my ankle was swollen up like a balloon. And then they took me to the emergency room. Pew. Wow, that dude had rubber bands for wheels and for tires on his rims. Oh, Dave, my mother can hit a moving target at 20 feet with a cast iron frying pan. If she needed to. I think breaking my radial head bone in my right arm was the worst. Comparing the pain to the rotator head in your elbow being broken compared to a busted ankle or a busted wrist or a fractured wrist. Yeah, no. It was funny with my left arm when I broke the right behind the wrist joint. They yeah, right, cows. They asked me how I knew it was broken. I said I've broken bones in my life. I know what it feels like. And the woman that had to x-ray the radial head break in my right arm, she looked at me and she flat out said, I need you to straighten your arm out. Well, when you break the radial head bone in your arm, you lose the full extension of the arm. And I looked at her, I said, you're joking, right? She goes, no. I said, it's not happening. I can't bend my arm. And this woman had to have weighed like 100 pounds soaking wet. She was 70-something years old at least. She looked at me, she goes, oh, you're going to straighten it out. The woman grabbed me by the back of the neck, grabbed my right arm, ripped it straight out, and then pinned me to the x-ray table. And she leaned in and said, don't move. I was in tears by the time she was done taking x-rays. And I was 30, 31 years old, 32 when that happened. Growing up on the farm was exciting, to say the least, sometimes. Oh, she was old school PS4 gamer. She didn't take no from nobody, that's for sure. No, but I wish I'd have had some there, PS4 gamer. I've got scars on both sides of my beaner. One was, I was 8. We were bringing in wood and slipped on a patch of ice. Had a chunk of wood come down on my left temple, and it caught my head between it and a rock. It was pretty cool though. Every time my heart pumped, it would spray blood across the snow about 8 or 10 feet. I took a shot to the opposite side of the temple from a 1,500-pound Holstein. Spooked while she was in her stanchion in the barn and kicked. Caught me square in the side of the face. That hurt so bad. That didn't knock me out. That happened when I was 12. That didn't knock me out, surprisingly, but it hurt so bad I couldn't walk out of the barn. I had to crawl. Mom was doing the dishes when it happened, and the kitchen window over the sink actually looks out on the west side of the yard, or I'm sorry, the east side of the yard. And all she said was she heard screaming, and then she watched me crawl out of the barn with blood streaming down the side of my face and out of one of my eye sockets. Which any mother sees blood gushing out of their child's face, they go into panic mode. But that was exciting. The shot to the left side of my temple earned me about 7 stitches, and the impact from getting kicked on the other side was a butterfly stitch, thank God. Oh, let's see here. What can we do? I should probably take more power food up to the cows. We'll use this. Where's my little trailer at? Did I put that away? Yep, I did. There it is. I'll top the cows off with some power food and some water here. What did they do, cows? Ah, yes. Alright, let's see here. Health, this is good. No, I don't want to end this game without saving. We'll save it though, because I haven't saved it in a minute. Oh, I didn't need a lot. So, gotta keep trying to make a run for it here. Well, realism at its finest. Had to go in for some repairs there, Dave. Did they fix the problem with trees? What was the problem with trees? Oh, it had floating trees, didn't it? Or something of that nature. Alrighty, I think we're gonna call it quits on this map. Ah, got him. But things are coming along nicely. Got another day or so before I can start harvesting stuff. Probably won't be able to do that till the 5th day of autumn. It's usually my luck. It's always a mad rush before winter hits. But on that note, folks, we're going to call it quits. We're going to jump over to Oakfield on 19. We'll hopefully see you there. And if you haven't already subbed, please do. Thumbs up always help. If you want to share the video, please be my guest. Have at it. Any comments, questions, and or suggestions are always welcome in the comments section below. And we'll catch you all in a few. Much love. God bless. And bye. Anytime, Ryan. Thanks for hanging out, man. Appreciate it. Oh, that sucks, Dave. Oh, that's weird, cows. See you in the next one, fellas. And ladies, if there's any watching.